talking about Draymond Green, and y'all saw what he did to the Golden State Warriors, to his teammates, to Jordan Poole. Oh, it was interesting. Let me read it first before I talk about this. Tap out, because that's what this boy did. With less than a minute to go before halftime, Green cut into the lane, but Jordan Poole, the teammate he punched not long ago. Interesting. I wonder if that affected his vision, affected his choice in that moment, right? Either didn't see the big man or simply didn't want to pass him the basketball. That ain't the first time, I hope, but whatever. After not getting the ball, Green decided to just walk right off the damn court and turn his back on the play. Now, if you haven't seen the play, it wasn't just Jordan Poole. It was another player, too, that touched the ball before Draymond just said, "Purse, I got to get out of here." Wow, what is going on here? One, let's talk about what happened to get to this place. That fight by Draymond Green, I can't even call it a fight. That sucker punch, Draymond Green on Jordan Poole, come on, man. Everyone's like got different discussion points on this. Look, I have an issue with a teammate. One thing that's off the table that you're not even thinking about that is breaking every code in sportsmanship and teammate history is him punching you back. Now, there have been exceptions, which lets you know that there is actually a rule. You don't punch a teammate. I think Steve Smith Sr. did it. Michael Jordan did it. I heard Kobe did it, whatever. Those are the exceptions, and they were ass long for doing it. But we're not going to say, oh, well, since it's happened before, ain't nothing wrong with it. Dog, what are we fighting for? We are teammates, whatever's going on. But Jordan Poole, you did put your hands on him first. And in the court of law, and I've been in this situation before, that's called assault. If you break someone's own personal space, assault. You pushed them, but you pushed them like, man, stop playing. We all seen that push, right? A push like you want something. It's like, what, fool? This is the man. See this? See this, your hands and your neck? Watch this, man. Like, when you do that, man, you like, man, stop playing. Ha! And he came in, he gave him that Superman punch, all right? So that's how we got there. You never, ever forget that. And let's get real, you never, ever forgive him for that. You just carve out a space where he can reside in your head and in your personal life where you're like, okay, we good, but that's it. No more love. I can't mess around with this dude the same way. So now let's talk about Draymond, because I know Draymond a little bit or something like that, you know. I ain't one of those dudes. I see these dudes now when they got a problem with somebody or issue, they be putting the DMs out there or their text messages. Oh, use a hoe. I don't care who it is. If we got a beef and the problem, you better win publicly. Don't be going into the private and into the war chest and start bringing out receipts like that. I hate that. So I'm not going to go there on Draymond. But we were in Vegas one time, and I've told this story. I'm going to tell quick. I said some words about him and his game and something doing work, you know, ESPN stuff back then. And he didn't like it, and he came back at me and blah, blah, blah. I thought it was dead. But I knew that if I saw him the way I am, it's going to be cool. We're going to be cool. But before we talk through that, knowing who he is, Mr. Tough Guy, he probably gonna think we got beef, and I'm gonna play into that. So we're in Vegas, leaving Dre's. I don't know what time it was, 3:30, 4:30. You know, we're not at the after hours yet, but we at the first one that's done. And then all of a sudden, you could just hear it, whoop, whoop, like training day or something. Like his boys over there, I'm riding with my boys, but my boys different, man. You know, I got Wall Street executives, and one of them's a tax accountant. Like, we ain't rolling like that, but we rolling, we deep. And I see his boys, and his boys over there, like, they more like, I got Draymond back kind of boys. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I see him, and he see me. Now, what you gonna do? Like, we could play it all like we didn't see each other, weak. Or we could be like, yo, what's up, man? Like, that ain't happening because we ain't even cool yet. Or we can walk up like, what it do? So me, knowing who I am, I'm not fighting, so I could play like I'm fighting and get anybody riled up. Oh, it happens all the time. So I'm walking over there, all of a sudden I hit him with that old dog stroll, like, I'm like, what's up? Like, I ain't saying that, but I'm wearing that. In my head, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go give him a hug. Like, I ain't about to do nothing, right? And we get into that distance where it's like judgment time. Like, yo, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And I was like, what's up, boy? He was like, and I swear he went like this with his big ass. He was like, oh, man. It was like, man, what's up, Wiley? He's like, man, you a fool. You a real one. You crazy. And I was like, I wasn't mad at you. I was like, man, I said my stuff. You said your stuff. What'd it do? exchanged numbers right there, and he was texting me the whole night, come here, come here, come here. I was like, what'd you say? I woke up the next morning, all these texts. I ain't going nowhere, man. Hell no, I ain't no active NBA player. Old ass man, I need my 3 hours. So that's how we kind of gotten on over the years. I got a lot of respect for him because he has mustered up enough of that emotional state and context to be the best version of Draymond. We all know he ain't the best athlete in the world. He ain't the biggest dude out there, but that dude gets a lot out of it, right? Call him what you want, but you got to call him damn good and a champion because the dude brings that emotion to the table. That said, it made me think, what happens when your teammate and you got problems? You got beef. You know, Keyshawn Johnson, Warren Sapp comes to mind, but I wasn't there, so I'm not going to speculate on that. But I do have a story that Ryan Leaf, if y'all remember Ryan Leaf, from the San Diego Chargers, right? And I was coming in and Ryan Leaf was gone, but some of those linemen were there. So I was like, oh, what was up with Ryan Leaf, man? Everybody talks shit about him like he was the worst. They're like, dude, you have no idea. So one of the stories I heard was like they lost the game really bad and he was the reason they lost, right? That's how they felt. And then they landed, and instead of them just going back to the facilities, going home, figure out what y'all going to do later, Ryan Leaf is kind of partying on the plane, kind of like, whatever. Like, that game's behind us. I got limos lined up. Let's do it. Who's with me? And even if you are with him, because I could have been the guy like, yo, the game is over. He's making a point. You don't give off that perception, right? That's not the impression you want to give to an organization, because that's who you're flying with. You know, you're flying with your coach, all your coaches, your teammates. Just chill, dog. We're going to go get it later. So all I know is that turned into one game. They were playing, and I don't know the opponent. And they had this huge lineman, and I forget his name. I would tell y'all. All I know is he didn't lift weights. All he would do was put his hand in these big-ass rice buckets and just squeeze them to get grips. Dog, sticky. And he was gigantic. Like, I'm big. Gigantic. He was a mammal. Like, I am a person. He's a mammal. This mother. Woo! So I remember just seeing him. I was like, damn. And he was like, man, one game up front, we were just looking at the other team like, yo, y'all want some of him? And they like, what? You want some? Yeah. You don't believe him, of course. You're like, yeah. And you still go hard. They said, Ole. Let him, and they said they were letting Ryan Leaf get his ass taxed and sacked. I was like, damn, I ain't doing that. You ain't messing with my money. If I hate you, the last thing I'm going to do is put some bad film out there so that you mess with my money, and the next thing you know, I might get cut. That wasn't the smartest thing, but that lets you know how crazy mad they were. They weren't even thinking straight. So I guess that's what happened last night with Draymond. He's still mad at Jordan Poole or something? I don't know. Because the way he hit him, shows you was upset. And more than that, you walked off the court not only on him, but the entire team. Sounds like, dog, you ain't thinking straight as well. Only time I seen Draymond think straight is when he walked up to me and said, peace treaty. I love you, Marcellus. Thank you for everything. Here's my number. Please go out with me tonight. I'll mess with you, Dre Day. Nothing but love, but this was stupid. Stay your ass on the court. Be a leader.